Hey everyone, I'm Lisa and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my recent trip to New York City. Um, so I was originally going to make like a travel vlog of this, but taping everything just sort of stressed me out and made me really irritated. Um, so I guess I'm just going to be talking about it. Um, so, um, New York City, especially Times Square, is not the most like relaxing place. Like you don't go there to like relax. um we mostly went there to see two musicals, Kinky Boots and Anastasia. Um Kinky Boots was my sister's idea because she is a big fan of Panic at the Disco, and Brendan Urie has been playing the lead in that show for some time now, I think. Um, and Anastasia was written by Lynn Ahrens and Flaherty, who also wrote like Schoolhouse Rock, Seussical, Ragtime, um, yeah, a bunch of shows. Once on this Island, also. um, so my dad wanted to see that show, and I was really excited about seeing Anastasia because I had seen this little like Instagram preview of it, and it like looked like really like spectacular, and The Land of Yesterday was playing in the background, and like that was like just like a really catchy song. Um, and so yeah, so obviously my favorite part of going to New York, which we have been going like a few times a year, because my grandma died a few years ago and we like inherited a lot of money for that. And I mean, I loved my grandma so much, but it was kind of a lucky break for us. I'm sorry. Um but yeah, my other favorite my favorite part of going to NYC is seeing musicals, and probably my second favorite part would be actually the train ride. Like, I don't know, the views are just like so pretty. Um we go to BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport train station, um which is like in DC or Glen Burnie or something. Um Something like that. So we go through Baltimore, Wilmington, Delaware, Trenton, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Liberty Park, wherever that is. Feel free to say in the comments if like you live there or something or know where it is. And then Times Square. And then it goes past Times Square to like I think somewhere in Connecticut and then Boston. Um, so yeah. And we stayed at a hotel called Hotel Giraffe, which was a little bit like outside Times Square, so it like wasn't as like busy and bustling and stuff. Um, and the service was excellent, and my room was like really pretty. I was kind of bummed because like Joanna had like an alarm clock, and see, we stayed in like two separate rooms. So there was a room for me and my sister, and a room for my mom and dad, which was actually above us this time. So Joanna and I each got our own bed, and it was a really pretty room. It was like pink and stuff, like which pink is my favorite color. Like you can see, my room is all pink. Um, and so like there was a lot of cool stuff about the room, but like Joanna got a lot of the amenities. Is that how you pronounce it? And I didn't. So I was kind of bummed about that, honestly. um but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Sorry for biting my nails. And so the first night we went to see Kinky Boots, and before we went to this Japanese restaurant, and I got the beef udon, and it looked like something out of like a Ghibli movie. And like it was so pretty. Sorry. I'm sorry. It was like so pretty, and like there's pictures of the vacation on my Instagram, Lisa Drama 6, which I will link in the bottom. Um and so we went to see Kinky Boots. And we kind of all agreed that like it definitely wasn't as good as Anastasia. Um so I'm really sorry. So we but I think probably my favorite song, I think my favorite thing about Kinky Boots was the music. It was just fun music. Um, I kind of predicted that it would like make me cry or something, but whenever I predict something will make me cry, it never does. Like it has to have an element of surprise, you know? Cause like Kinky Boots is like about drag queens, and like La Cage aux Folles like is also about drag queens, and I cried during that. I like bawled my eyes out. Like I kept it down low, but I was about to freaking explode, you know? Um Also, I'm not sure if I had seen La Cage like in my current life, like a little later in life, like the day I saw Kinky Boots, I probably wouldn't have cried because I was in like a different place in my life and stuff, you know? But yeah, I knew there was gonna be like sad parts of Kinky Boots because I mean the only song I knew from the show was I'm Not My Father's Son, which is like a sad song. So yeah. I think my favorite song was The Sex is in the Heel. Cause I don't know, like when the Angels came in and they were like from New York to Milan, like I didn't memorize that. I like listened to it a few times afterwards. But yeah, like the beat just the bass drops and they just like come in and it's like yeah. Like I love that. Um yeah, and unpopular opinion probably, but I liked Lauren. I found her relatable. Yeah. Um so yeah, probably my least favorite thing about it was I think in like that one part, like Brendan Urie's character was a little too much of a jerk. Like it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, you know, like I don't know, just my opinion. And also like this show was set in England and they just like completely dropped their accents when they sang. And then they would start talking again in like British accents and like it was really weird. Um then we went to like stage door because Brendan Urie and there was like a ton of people and I was kind of falling asleep. Like I like Panic at the Disco, but like I don't know if I'd call myself like a Panic at the Disco fan. Like, you know, I like what I've heard of them, but it was really Joanna's thing. And so but I had high hopes for Anastasia and it did not disappoint. Um yeah, we had dinner like I was very tired the next day. Um and I like had like chicken and waffles in bed with mac and cheese for lunch. And so for Anastasia we had dinner after the show. I don't remember where we went. I know on like the last day we had Lebanese food, but um I don't remember what we ate after Anastasia. But let me tell you about Anastasia, okay? Because I had high hopes for that show and it did not disappoint. Okay? So, I would describe personally Anastasia as the perfect musical. Like I've heard falsettos described as the perfect musical, which is like where I got the phrase from and everything. But like no matter what kind of musical you're into, like it has that. Like I know like I'm a big fan of like Gershwin and like Cole Porter and stuff. Like, okay, my high school and like alumni from my high school and this other high school in my county, they got together several years ago, did this show called The Cole Porter Project. The Act 2 opening sounded like something right out of that. Like, it was called, I feel weird doing an accent, so Paris Holds the Key to Your Heart. You probably know it if you know the movie. Um, it was so legit. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Like, Act 2 was kind of the cashing point for me, you know? I mean, I loved Act 1, too. Definitely my favorite song from Act 1 was, if you've been following my videos, you probably know it's Stay I Pray You, which I did a cover of. I'll link that in the bottom, too. Like, it's just such a, like, powerful song. And, it kind of, like, made me think, like, and, like, just as a warning, like, the stage version is very different from the movie. It has, like, it has a few of the same songs, but, like, and it probably has, like, the same, like, names of the characters and stuff, but it's, like, very different. Like, it's less, like, G-rated, I guess. Like, it's more, like, PG. If you bring your kids to it, they'll probably be scared. Like, I remember, like, at the beginning, there was a song about, like, communism, and I was a little shocked, but I really didn't question it because I've seen Hunchback of Notre Dame, and, like, damnation, eternal damnation, hellfire. So it wasn't much of a shock, you know? Like, so, wow, oh my gosh, what else did I like? And, like, I thought, like, during Stay I Pray You, I kind of, like, thought about, like, my own family, because they were pushed out of Russia too, like, because they were Jewish. They were probably, like, in that crowd, you know? And, so, yeah, I don't know, it also, I wanna say, so one of my favorite characters was Countess Lily, and, like, I saw her and I was like, I thought of this woman who does community theater with my mom, who is good friends with her. Her name is Robin, and I was like, she would be perfect for that part. And, yeah. I don't know if you like old musicals, like, there's stuff for you. If you like newer musicals, there's stuff for you. It still even kind of has, I know Anastasia isn't actually Disney, but, like, it has a Disney feel. Like, it still, like, kind of has that kind of Disney feel to it, even though it's, like, more mature than the movie. And it's gotten a lot of, like, bad reviews because they say that, like, the songs are boring, but, um, like, Stephen Flaherty is, like, good at that. Like, I don't have a good rebuttal for that, honestly. I was all prepared. And I think some people were probably, like, bitter that it wasn't a lot like the movie. But, I haven't seen the movie, but it sounds weird. Just my opinion. So yeah, I definitely recommend seeing it if you ever get to New York. And always, and also, like, and then, like, the next day we had some free time. I remember I, like, went to the gym with my mom, and that was really fun, just, like, working out with her, and just, we did, like, the rowing machine. I got some muscles. See that? See that muscle? I guess it's kind of there. But, like, going to New York always reminds me, like, lately I've been like, I don't know what to do with my life. I want to stay in Maryland, maybe, like, start a business or be a teacher or do this and that and the other thing. But, like, really, like, going to New York just reminds me that, like, Broadway has been my dream since I was a little kid. Um, I mean, I don't want to leave Maryland, but there are also some like really amazing theaters here. Like I live like 30 minutes away from the Hippodrome, which the only reason it's not a Broadway theater is it's not physically on Broadway, but it is 100% like the style of a Broadway theater. So I'm pretty lucky to be in some place where there is a lot of theater, and to like be come from a well-off enough family to like take these trips to New York. And tomorrow we're actually going to the beach, so I'll be probably vlogging about that too. Um, so yeah, that was my trip to New York. I don't really think I have much else to say that happened. Like the Lebanese restaurant was very good. The guy who owned it was like such a sweetheart. He was very old, but yeah, he was such a sweetheart. So yeah, that was my trip to New York.